Hello friends, how are you? Okay, fine. In previous class we have covered application layer, trans application layer, presentation layer, and session layer. Three layers of SI model has been covered. Now today we will cover transport layer. If you have not seen these three layers, which was I discussed in my first video, then go with the playlist and watch the first video, then come here with the second video from transport layer. Now here's a transport layer. Transport layer provides logical communication between running so here transport layer provides communication between application process which are running on different machines or whatever. Means that it provides the communication between the host which are on different machine. There is a machine or a host which are at the distance, or there is a different host, or it is responsible for the process to process communication or end-to-end communication between the two machines. Okay, there are two machines and it provides the communication between these two machines. So it do the multiplexing, demultiplexing on the basis of their destination port number. On the basis of port number means that we already studied that for network communication process, each process have its port number, unique port number, and port number is unique for machine to machine. Means two machine have same port number. So there are two transport layer protocols. There are two protocols in transport layer, UDP and TCP. Okay, I told you that this is not a full class of the layer. This is a brief intro class where we provide a we give a flow chart of how the OSI and TCP IP work. The complete class will continue after this video, where we teach you all layers in details. Here just a intro or flow chart how these processes work and what are the topics comes under these layers. Okay, so here I am giving a short intro of the each layers, so you can connect the flow of study to get the interest in the subject. Okay, now here these are two protocols, UDP and TCP. So here we tell about SDU, service data unit. In previous transport layer, so in previous of presentation layer, previous we see session layer, presentation layer, and application layer. As we seen in application layer, there is a PDU. PDU means basic unit for data exchange. Means that application layer send the data to the next lower layer. So this data is called message. Okay, basic unit of exchange. Okay, means application layer want to communicate with next lower layer, and this to communicate this lower level, application layer send packet. Means what is a packet, or this packet is called message. Okay, this is application layer packet called message. Simple. Application layer packet called message. Now in transport layer, there is a SDU, service data unit, with upper layer protocol data unit. Means that what is the SDU? SDU is a upper layers protocol, the PDU. The layer and PDU is SDU for a layer. Next example here with the diagram. Here the message, which is a application layer PDU. This application layer PDU transfer to the now transport layer. Then this packet, application layer packet get received by the transport layer, and this packet is called SDU for SDU. This is called SDU. This packet is called SDU now for transport layer. It become SDU for transport layer. Again, application layer packet or application layer PDU is called message. When this PDU or this packet is transferred to the transport layer, when transferred to the transport layer, it called transport layer SDU. Okay, then it become SDU for transport layer. The application layer PDU now become SDU for transport layer. Now, what happens in transport layer? Transport layer add header. Transport layer here the transport layer PDU. PDU means packet. Simple PDU for packet. Here the transport layer packet is called segment. Application layer packet called message. Transport layer packet called segment. Now the transport layer create a packet which is called segment. In transport layer packet there is a header and the payload, and in payload there is a message. Payload is filled with transport layer SDU. Transport layer SDU means application layer message. Okay, in transport layer packet there is a header and one payload. In payload the payload is filled by transport layer SDU. Transport layer SDU or application layer PDU. The application layer packets are filled here, and transport layer adds some header and transfer to the next layer, which is network layer. Okay, understood? Okay, let's see the network layer. In network layer is a provide host to host communication service. There is a one host and two host. This provide a communication between host to host. Okay, forwarding and routing. It provide forwarding and routing. Means that if there are multiple routers chain, if there is a one router, it sends the packet to another router. It will process or see the destination address, IP address of the destination, and forward it to the next router, then next router, host to host communication. Okay, here it is an internet protocol. Network layer is also called internet protocol layer. It provides internet network. Source and destination host belong to different network. Now in network layer there is a host and there is a destination, host to host. The host is from different network and the destination is from different network. Those means that both hosts are from different network and they are communicating with the channel. What is forwarding? Forwarding means that how the datagrams is packets, how the packet is forward. Datagram provide forwarding means how the packet is forward by using the forwarding table. Okay, we see the forwarding table, and how the packet move from one router to another router. Is that the packet the router get input packet process it and forward it to another router, another appropriate router. Okay, now the routing provides control, means whether the packet, how the datagrams routed among the routers, with how the packet will route using the route tables, determine the route taken by the packet from the source to destination by using routing algorithm. It provides the route to the packet to go the destination host. So here there is a network PDU. We say, let's see here, Okay, from here, then a transport layer packet called segment. Okay, PDU sends that packet. Okay, so now the transport layer can send what? Header and payload packets. There is a packet contain header and payload, as we see in previous network layer. Transport layer add a header and payload and make a packet called transport layer packet called segment. Now this packet become a SDU for network layer. SDU stand for service data unit. This packet become a SDU for network layer. Now what the network layer do? Network layer create another packet called network layer PDU. The network layer packet called datagram. Okay, let's recall the application layer packet called message. Okay, now application layer transfer the packet to the transport layer packet called segment, and transport layers forward that its packet to the network layer, and network layer packets called segment. Okay, now here in network layer, the network layer SDU, service data unit, which is a packet of transport layer. Now the network layer packet called datagram, and this datagram contain header and payload. Now here same, the payload is filled with the network layer SDU. The packet sent by the transport layer is filled in payload part, and these are header added by the network layer. Now this packet become a datagram. This is called a packet, but packet is a universal things. But for each layer, there's a name for each packet. Its packet have name. Okay, so the network layer's packet called datagram. Okay. Now we will come with data link layer. Okay, we give the all small intro of the network layer, how the flow of network layer work. We will discuss network layers in detail in further upcoming videos. Now the data link layer. Data link layer is a intra-network communication. Here are the two terms, inter-network or intra-network. In intra-network, source and destination host belong to the same network. Here the source and the destination host and destination all belong to same network. So local area network, and in inter-network, as we say the definition of inter-network. Here the source and destination host belong to the different network. Means there is a two different network and connected with the help of routers. Okay, node, host or routers. Here the host is a node. This means that who was the node? Node are the host, means two hosts become nodes, or the host are the routers. Here are many routers. These are a host, these are hosts, means two routers become a host, or two systems become a host. So a node. Now in network layers, the network layers PDU called datagram. The packet of network layer called datagram. Now this network layer packet become the SDU for data link layer. Okay, now the data link layer have packets. The data link layer's packets called frame. Okay, this is a packet structure of the data link layer. Data link layer packets called frame, in which it contain header. Data link layer add some footer, and there is a payload in between header and footer. In payload, it fill the data link layer SDU or network layer's PDU. Because here it filled payload with the network layer PDU. The network layer's packet, he fills the network layer's packet here and add some extra header and footer. Now this become a packet of data link layer. This is a data link layer packet called frame. Let's revise. Application layers packet called message. Transport layer packet called segment. Now network layers packet called datagram. Now data link layers packet called frame. These are the packets of each layer having different name. Application layer packet called message. Transport layer packets called segment. Network layers packet called datagram, and the data link layers packet called frame. And in each layer there is a header. Message have no header, only packet. In data link layer there is a header. In payload we fill the message. Now in a network layer there is a header, and in payload we fill the segment. Now in data link layer there is a header and footer both, and in payload section we filled with segment. Sorry, datagram. We filled with the datagram which is a packet of network layer. Okay, here the data link layer. In data link layer there is a network device called switches and a bridge. This is called layer 2 device, which are store and forward device. Switch and bridge are the store and forward device. Now forwarding based on MAC address. Here the forwarding is based on MAC address. In network layer we see the network layer forwarding is based on IP address. In data link layer forwarding is based on MAC address. Okay. Now here the physical layer. Physical layer is for transmission of bits. It transmits the bit. In physical layer there is a communication medium copper cable, fiber cable, and wireless. It performs encoding, signaling. Physical layers networking device. In physical layer there is a networking device called repeaters or hub. Hub is a multi-port repeater. Now here the layers. So the transport layer provide a service. So the transport layer, network layer, or data link layer. Transport layer provide the communication, process to process communication is end to end. Network layer provide host to host. Data link provide node to node. Node become router to router, or one system to other system in a same network. In network layer it provide host to host communication. Host to host means there is one host, your local, or this is server, from user to server, host to host. And transport layer provide end to end, means here is host, there is a process, and here is the server, here is the process, means so this process to this process. Transport layer provide process to process or end to end. Network host provide host to host, and node provide here the intermediate net routers between the two host. So it provide host to host, sorry, node to node. Data link provide node to node. Okay, now there are layer and their devices. As we saw in physical layer there is a hub or repeater, network devices. In data link layer there is a switch or bridge. Network layer device are routers, and application layers device is called gateway. It is also called protocol converter. It converts the protocols. Okay friends, here the introduction class completed. Now from tomorrow I will upload the third video, which is in which we will cover all details of these topics. Now here you understood how the SI and TCP/IP flow work and which topics we have covered in the entire computer network course class. So what? Please like or subscribe my channels, and if you like it, and here in description there's a link for PDF. There's a Telegram channel where we provide the PDF of the classes. You can download the PDF from channels. Thank you. We will meet you again next class.